Hi everybody, thanks for joining today. I'm Chris the Bad Elf and I'm here at UTSA in San Antonio where I'll be conducting an ADA survey using Pix4Dcatch and the Bad Elf Flex. We'll be collecting ramps, crosswalks, and other ADA assets, so stick around if you'd like to see all the tips and tricks that go into collecting a quality 3D scan. We're here at one of the ADA ramps we'll be collecting today. Whenever we're scanning it, specifically interested in capturing the running and cross slope so that whenever we generate that point cloud and we get back to the office, we can go ahead and take those slope measurements in an accurate, precise, and repeatable manner. So how do we get started using the solution? First, you want to make sure you're paired with Bluetooth, and then you're going to open up the Pix4Dcatch application and engage RTK correction. So to do that, I'm going to go here to the top left. I'm going to click these little three dots and hit RTK via Bluetooth. From there, it's going to recognize the flex. It's going to recognize my GeoNet credentials, and then I'll go ahead and hit connect. So right now we're at about 8.3 inches without RTK corrections. Now we're engaging it, and if you see there, I'm actually getting 0.8 inches of GPS accuracy for my scan. And now I'm going to go ahead and walk this ramp, crosswalk, and other ramp. And I think that wraps up our final scan. So assuming we got everything, let's go ahead and pack up, get to the office, and see how the data came out.
We're back in the office, and it's time to start analyzing the point clouds that we created while doing our 3D scans of the ADA ramps at UTSA. To get started with putting this point cloud to work for us inside of GIS, we'll begin by adding annotations. If I click my line, you'll see that I can create cross slope measurements and running slope measurements with a couple clicks of the mouse. From there, I can generate elevation profiles, signify my slope as a percentage, and export to GIS in the form of a shapefile or CAD as a non-proprietary DXF. All right, everybody, we're in ArcGIS Pro now, and the first thing that we're going to do is bring in the shapefiles that we exported from Pix4D Cloud. So to do that, I'm going to add a folder connection by right-clicking here on Folders within the catalog pane. From there, I'm going to navigate to the folder that has my data. Hit OK. Now that I have that folder connection, I go ahead and open it up. Select my layer, which is UTSA Ramp Slopes. Right-click it, hit Add to New, and create a new map. Now this is going to come in the default base map, so we're going to go ahead and change it to an imagery hybrid, give us the most situational awareness of the campus. To change the base map, I'll just come up here to the ribbon and change my base map to imagery. And one thing that we can note right away is that we collected this data in a very special location. If we look closely, we can tell that while UTSA has many parking lots, this one is specifically designed and designated for ADA access to the campus. To ensure ADA compliance for these ramps, we'll need to take a look at the slope of each line. The quickest way to do this with the data set this small is just to look through the attribute table. And here we'll see that each of our lines has a slope associated with it. For running slope, we're looking for values under 8%, and for cross, we're looking for values under 1.5%. So we verified that everything is in compliance, and now we can share the data on ArcGIS Online, so we can put it in a dashboard, we can share it with decision makers or other departments. First, I'm going to right-click the feature layer, and then I'm going to go to Sharing, and from here, Share as a web layer. This is going to pipe this in directly to ArcGIS Online in my organization's geodatabase. Now we just hit Analyze, and now we'll just go ahead and hit Publish and Share as a web layer. Now anyone within the organization can view this data and make actionable insights. If you've done ADA compliance work for a while, then you're probably very familiar with the typical process. Oftentimes, this data is coming in the form of a spreadsheet with a couple slope measurements and maybe some coordinates, or other times, it's only coming in as a marked up aerial photo with stationing. Now, Converting that into reliable GIS data takes time, and the accuracy is not always guaranteed. For this project at UTSA, we used Pix4Dcatch and the Battle Flex to capture geo-referenced 3D data right in the field. It's accurate, tied to the state plane coordinate system we chose, and it's ready to publish in ArcGIS Online with minimal post-processing. At the end of the day, it's just a faster and more reliable way to document and share these ADA site conditions. That concludes today's video on how Pix4Dcatch and the Battle Flex are changing how important infrastructure can be mapped and managed. Thanks for watching until the end. Contact get@badelf.com if you have any more questions. This has been Chris the Bad Elf. Stay mappy.